Hello everyone, Minister Brother Derek here, ready for a Smackdown review. I just changed my sensor. Yes, this gives me stick readings every 5 minutes instead of having to take a needle and actually prick myself 3 or 4 times a day. So, let's get to it. Smackdown, I just watched it. I know some of y'all watched it earlier. I have it up here. I had to leave the light on because I can't move because of this. So y'all had to bear with me. Luckily, my technology allows us to still see a screen, even though we got the lights on. Anyway, if y'all listened to my rant earlier today, I was talking about how they need to set things up. The show was actually pretty good tonight. We almost had a cash in with the ladies. EL Sky tried to cash in on Oscar, but Charlotte and Bianca messed it up. The Radar Superstar Edge, he returned. And he took on Grayson Waller. And hopefully, you know, Edge won, but hopefully he put the young boy over because they're trying to make him the next Miz. You know, you got Miz on Monday Night Raw, and Grayson Waller is going to be the Miz of SmackDown. But we watching. This is the actual SmackDown right here. I got it in slow motion. It's on the ceiling too. But you know, there ain't no protection up there. We don't have no technology for the ceiling. But I gotta say, it was a pretty good show. It was a pretty good show tonight. We had a good match with Sheamus. Karrion Kross lost again. He lost well, you knew he was gonna lose, but he lost to AJ Styles, the Phenomenal One, and lost clean by pinfall. So once again, WWE burying Karrion Kross on TV. We had a U.S. title match. Austin Theory against Sheamus. Pretty good match. Phony ending, but pretty good match. Pretty Deadly got involved. And then Ridge, whatever his name is, and Butch got involved, but Sheamus still lost. Jimmy Uso in a hospital. But this was a great show for drama. The drama. Roman Reigns handed over, being the tribal chief to Jimmy Uso, and then lowballed him, and then him and Roman is their cousin, but Roman and Solo beat the crap out of Jimmy, the guy you see getting choked out right there. They beat the crap out of him and put him in the hospital. They beat the dog crap out of him and sent him to the hospital. And the brother came back. And beat up his younger brother and tried to beat up Roman Reigns, but Roman ran. So he challenged him to a match. And so now, guess what? You have to tune in to see what's going to happen next week. That's something that AEW can't do. That's something that AEW can't do. They just can't do it. They don't give you a reason to tune in next week. It's like they don't make you wait all week. That was the one thing that made the soap operas great. That made Dynasty, Dallas great. You had to tune in. How many episodes of Good Times had a second part? Or 3 or 4 parts? Like when Malona got Penny. Remember Penny's mother was burning her with the iron and beating her up? And the mother kept finding ways to still keep Penny. You had to tune in the next week to see what happened. That's what the WWE does. They'll give you some good matches. They will give you some good matches. But they make you care about the people and make you tune in. That's why WWE is can't miss. AEW is, well, I catch it when I catch it. And I wish AEW would get some writers. Well, I wish they would get a Bruce Pritchard, a Dutch Mantel. I hate to say it, and Eric Bischoff. Somebody that can come in there and write stories to give us drama, to make us care. It seems like people tune in to see the gymnastics. But you can tune in anytime. You don't have to watch it at that moment. You just say, well, I just want to see Orange Cassidy put his hands in his pocket. That's a commercial. They actually have it in 1080p, 60 frames a second. But if you want to watch it, you have to watch the commercials. And we're going to sit there and watch. Why can't we just watch my cat? Hey, Davey. Say hi to everybody. They're making us watch the commercial. That's why I said I'm getting YouTube TV. Either YouTube TV or Sling TV. I was thinking about getting Hulu, but I mean, it's the same price. I keep forgetting the passwords. But, like I said, I forgot to turn the light off. I had to put the sensor in, and I forgot you can't move for an hour. So basically, I'm trapped. I can't move for an hour. So, because it's a really thin needle, and when you attach it, you actually insert the needle into your body. I don't know if y'all can see it. I think I got pieces of tape covering it. But it's a real thin needle. And you take this. The top is on it now, but I'll take the top off of it. It sits right there, right? And then you have to push this in, and you have to force. You have to force it either on your arm. I have it on my abdomen. So there's a suction in there, and it got clamps, and you actually force it in. And it's a real thin needle. If that needle get broke, you can't do nothing with it. It's useless. This thing costs $200. I kid you not. This little sensor costs $200. But anyway, y'all want to hear about the wrestling. Y'all don't want to hear about this. So I apologize, y'all, for having the light on. But hey, with the technology I put up there, you can still see the screen even with the lights on. Ooh, I know that hurt. He missed. I know that hurt. Anyway, let's see him on the ground. Close up. Are you hurting, sir? What's the matter, Roman? They show him what happened at the pay-per-view Saturday. Or premium live event. They don't call it pay-per-view anymore. But anyway, the wrestling was pretty good tonight. If y'all ain't checked it out, it's worth checking out. Some pretty good action. But this is the reason why they getting 2.5 million, why they getting 2.9 million views on Saturday night. Because of these guys right here. That story makes you tune in. Even if you don't watch the whole show. And they started off with them in the first half an hour. So I know the ratings from the start is going to be near 3 million. It's going to be near 3 million. Because they started off with them. And they ended with them. Why AEW, they be lucky to get 800,000. They had Rampage on tonight. They be lucky to get 250,000 on Rampage. The real test is tomorrow. The real test is tomorrow. What's so special about tomorrow? Tomorrow is Saturday Night Collision, and I'll watch it. I'll cover it. I haven't watched Rampage yet, but does anybody watch Rampage? Does anybody watch Rampage? Seriously. But I haven't watched it yet. But it's nice to know, with the lights on, I can still watch my TV screen. You ain't got to be in the dark to do the show. We don't have to be in the dark. And that's viewable. Now see, well, it's still viewable up there too. Hey, don't come in here and scratch me. I'll put you out of here. That free collar ain't killing you. I know you don't need it because you don't go outside. Well, you go on the balcony. That's why you got one. You go on the balcony. I don't know what the heck can fly. What you gonna bring in here? That's why we got all these zappers in here. Cause I keep the door open for you. But check it out, y'all. I gotta say, WWE still wish they wouldn't bury talent though. Karrion Kross just got buried. He lost again. Karrion Kross lost again. How they gonna build him up to be a superstar? He keep losing on TV. He should be in squash matches or preliminary matches, and then at the premium live events or a main event of a TV show. Maybe once or twice, maybe once every 2 months, he can come in and lose to a superstar. He can come lose to a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Look at all that light hitting the screen. People that say that there ain't no light hitting the screen, you just saw it. Look at the light hitting the screen. But it's holding it. It's holding the light. You got the light from the projector shooting up. You got those two lights shooting up. But I gotta say that the wrestling was all pretty good today. A lot of talking though, but you cared about what was going on. So this was a pretty good. It wasn't a great Smackdown, but it was a good Smackdown. Like I said, and it made sense. Everything flowed. The show actually went by quick. AEW seemed to drag because the matches drag. Them long matches. I'm sorry. You know, they say WWE matches are too short. AEW's are too long. I mean, you be like, God darn, it ain't over yet. How many times they gonna kick out? In AEW, they kick out of everything. They kick out of everything in AEW. I mean, everything. Even the Prelim gyms kick out of everything. Seriously. But everybody cares about the bloodline and the story. This is the greatest story in wrestling and it's still going on. I'm hoping that they bring in Jacob Fatu. His contract with MLW is ending, and if he's ready to make some real money, he needs to stop doing whatever he's doing. Because there's a reason why he's not here. There's a reason why Jacob Fatu is not here. He's doing something that they won't trust him to sign to a contract. What are you doing, Jacob Fatu? Stop doing it. Whatever it is. Crack, heroin, whatever you're doing, stop it. We need you. We need you here to come make some money. Come be famous. Come be a superstar. I say the same thing to Jordan Grace and Impact. come be a star. She used to be fat and chubby, and that's why WWE wouldn't take her. Now she muscular. She muscular and still look good. I mean, she built like a bodybuilder and still look good. They need to bring her in. I love to see her in there with Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. That would be some great matches. But Jordynne Grace is doing something she ain't supposed to be doing. Why else wouldn't they have her? You know, Johnny Morrison, Johnny whatever, I think he's Johnny TV now. His wife, Valkyrie, she is an attractive woman. She's fat, but she's attractive. It's like an attractive fat. If she would tighten her stomach up, she could be a star. Same thing with the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, Athena. If she would tighten that stomach up. Now see, Triple H let her be in NXT with that stomach. Vince McMahon ain't gonna let her do it. Vince McMahon want pinup girls. That's why you ain't seen Dewdrop. Piper Niven, where is she at? She could have been like the Andre the Giant of the women's division. But where is she? Where is she? She's not on TV. She lose some weight, she can get on TV. If she would just tighten her stomach up, she could get away with being chubby. E.O. Scott's chubby. What's her name? Nikki Cross is chubby. But you either gotta be able to get over or tighten up. And it's kind of sad that you have to look a certain way. It is kind of sad you gotta look a certain way to be able to, you know, get noticed. But be a good way, or come up with a good gimmick. We need people. We need more people. And they're there on the roster, but they're not being used. Because they can't find things to do with them. Like I said, there wasn't no Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens tonight, but they're supposed to be the tag team champions. They're supposed to be on every show. They're unified. They have the Raw and SmackDown championship. They're supposed to be on every show. They wasn't here tonight. That's not right. That's why people keep saying unify the championships. You got two different programs. You need a world champion for each program. You need a tag team champion for each program. And it's crazy that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are on Raw. They're supposed to be on both shows. They have both of the tag team championships. That's what I mean when I say they're not consistent with the booking. They are not consistent with the booking. They know they're not. That's why I don't like having titles unified. People say, "Oh, unify the titles for what?" You should have a set of champions on each show every week. You are the champion. You the world champions. Everybody's striving to be who you are. You are the best of the best. You should be on TV. I'm just saying, you should be. Even in the old days, you know, Ric Flair didn't wrestle every week, but he came and gave an interview. The people saw him. You know? And TV title. See, the TV title is supposed to be your main event. And every once in a while, maybe you had a U.S. title as your main event. But if you wanted to see the world champions in a championship match, you had to pay money. That's the way it was. Now, they have championship matches on TV for nothing. If you could see it for free, why would you pay for it? I'm being honest. If you could see it for free, why you pay for it? If it's supposed to be a tag team championship, they have members that's going to be in that match. They have them 2 weeks before the pay-per-view. 2 of them wrestle at a time. The first 2 wrestle the second week before the pay-per-view, and the third one, the other 2 wrestle the last week for the pay-per-view. So if we watching them wrestle, even though it's not a tag team match, they singles, we still have watched them wrestle for free. Why should we pay any money? Why am I going to pay money when you showing me them wrestling for free? Well, why should I kick out the dose kid? If I see 2 of them wrestle, and then the next week the other 2 wrestle, and then the third week all 4 of them get in the ring at the same time, I ain't already seen them wrestle. Why there an incentive for me to spend money to see them? Y'all understand what I'm saying? You've already seen them wrestle. What's special about the pay-per-view now? That's why I say AEW have too much. They put too much on that. When the pay-per-view come around, they got to give you 12 matches, 16 matches. Why? Well, why they have so many matches? Triple H had it perfect in NXT. He gave you 5 matches. Only the best of the best was on the pay-per-views. And if you wanted to see him, you had to spend the money. If you wanted to see him, you had to spend the money and get the pay-per-view. And they gave you good matches. Good 15, 20, half an hour matches. It was only 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? You had the NXT Championship. You had the Ladies Championship. You had the North American Championship. And you had a feud that required a cage, ladder match, or something like that. You had your 5 matches. But now, you had to wait. You couldn't wait to see. But if you show me the match, even if you show me the people wrestling for free on TV, what's special about them? Because I can imagine what they're going to do, because you show it in the 3 weeks leading up to it. You show me those individuals wrestling each other. So why should I pay for it? I'm just asking you. If you give the milk away for free, why buy the cow? You know what I mean? If you can get a woman to come live with you, why marry her? And when you get tired of it, you just kick out. So, you know, I don't feel like spending this $30 to watch this pay-per-view. I'll just wait till Monday or Wednesday and see what happens. And that's what happens. And that's what's going on with the AEW. People are like, man, I ain't watching this crap. It's too long. There ain't no story. You know, Naomi or Trinity Fatu, she's on Impact Wrestling right now. Does anybody still watch Impact? So I tried to watch it to see her. And I gotta say, the Impact ain't that bad. I just don't know the people, so I don't care about them. But they seem to have a pretty good female division over there. I don't care much about this, but the dudes ain't all that. Sammy somebody, and you know, they got a bunch of WWE rejects over there. I try to get into it. They actually got Nick Aldis from the NWA. I think he would be excellent in WWE. Nick Aldis would have been excellent. If he was still an NWA champion and he showed up with the NWA championship and called himself the real world champion and called himself the treasure, oh man, you imagine what could happen between him and Roman Reigns or him and Seth Rollins? Could you imagine? Could y'all imagine it? How come I can lay here and I can book good wrestling, but the people that get paid to do it can't do it? Somebody explain that. Seriously. I would love to see Powerhouse Hobbs in AEW. I mean, in WWE. I would love to see him. I would love to see him with Omos and Bobby Lashley. That would be a great threesome. You could put Bobby Lashley and Powerhouse Hobbs as a tag team. It would be great. Keith Lee and Bobby Lashley would be a great tag team. If Keith Lee would do some sit-ups and tighten that stomach up, or lift some weights and tighten his arms up, Vince McMahon could overlook the pot belly. To put him in a tag team with Bobby Lashley, and they could be the dominant tag team champions. But they won't do it. I know Triple H would have put Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa as a tag team. But they call themselves DUI and NXT. When you have small people, they can hide in a tag team. When you got out of shape fat people, they can hide in a tag team. They can hide. On their own, it's a little hard. But if you make them rule breakers, they can cheat and get by. That's how you take scrawny people and make them world champions. Like the Miz. Cheating. Miz did some of his best work when he was in the tag team. Facts of life. A lot of wrestlers did their best work as a tag team. Kevin Owens is at his best in a tag team. Chad Gable was best in a tag team. I thought him and Jason Jordan was going to rule WWE until Jason Jordan got his neck broke. Big E got his neck broke too. Fact of the matter is, WWE style is different. Look at Paul Heyman hold them belts. What's the purpose of the new championship belt if they still carrying the old ones? Which one? See, the problem is they should have took one of them belts from Roman Reigns. If he not gonna be on Raw, take the Raw championship from Roman Reigns. He's the Universal Champion. That means he is the champion of Raw and Smackdown. See those two belts on the manager shoulder, Paul Heyman? One of them is the WWE World title, which belongs on Monday Night Raw. The other one is the Universal title, which belongs on Friday Night SmackDown. This show right here. He won both of them. He's supposed to be on both shows every week because he's the champion of both shows. But because he got leukemia or something, he has a limited contract. And they're trying to let him have a long reign because they want him to beat Hulk Hogan's record. And so, rather than take one of the belts away, they gave Buddy Dan Raw their own championship. It's called the World Championship. But the World Championship is over that manager's shoulder. You had the WWE Championship, and then you had the WCW/NWA World title. Now, the NWA governing board broke off from WCW. When WCW started calling it the WCW Championship, the board broke off and they went over to Japan. And they had little promotions here. I think Dan Severn was the champion. I think Cody Rhodes was the NWA World Champion. Nick Aldis, Trevor Murdoch. But they try to claim the history. But the Mid-Atlantic was the headquarters of the NWA. It was the biggest. But they went to Mid-South, Pacific Northwest. They went to Florida, Texas, Missouri. The NWA World title was a world title. They wouldn't give the WWF until the WWF became global. If you go look at the old wrestler books, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, Inside Wrestling, The Wrestler, you'll notice that they just called the WWF title the WWF title. They didn't call it the world title, but the AWA was called the world title because they ran shows in other countries. WWE was mostly Northeast. But when they branched out and started taking over everybody's territory, they had to give them world title status. When they started going to Japan, started going to England, started going to Ireland, Australia, Canada, they had to declare them a world title. So, as much as they want to get rid of those two belts, they can't do it because of the lineage. One of them is associated with the NWA World Championship, which goes back to 1905. And even though there's an NWA on YouTube right now or somewhere, the real title is that blue title hanging over Paul Heyman's shoulders right there. Now some people will say, well, the NWA broke off. Or the NWA wasn't global. So somebody can say, I'm the NWA World Champion, but who are you defending against? You sitting there wrestling in a little TV studio. That's not worldwide. That's not a world champion. But both of those belts represent two different world champions. The WWF world title is the black one that's on his shoulder. And that blue one represents the WCW/NWA world title. So the black title go back to 1960 and that other title goes back to 1905. So how can you just get rid of one? You get rid of all of the Luthers and Buddy Rogers and Bruno Sammartino and Larry Zbyszko. You understand what I'm saying? The Briscoes, the Funk Brothers. You just can't throw that history away. That's why they kind of in the corner. They should have took the black belt from Roman Reigns and gave it to Monday Night Raw. And that belt should be defended on Monday nights, and the other belt should be defended on Friday nights. But when Roman Reigns won both of them, but he didn't want to go to both shows every week. As the world champion, you should at least show up and comment, even if you're not gonna wrestle. At least show up. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to show up on both shows, so they gave Seth Rollins a belt called the World Heavyweight Championship, and that's being defended on Monday night. And Roman Reigns has both of those. Roman Reigns hasn't made a defense at almost 3 months. Seth Rollins has made 2 defenses already. And they just gave him the championship last month. So you can't say he's undisputed. He is the undisputed champion. But there's somebody calling themselves the world champion on Monday. So how can he be undisputed? There's somebody else calling themselves a world champion. The answer is he's the universal. So the world is supposed to cover the earth. The universal is supposed to cover the galaxy. That's their thinking. It doesn't make no sense to me. It makes sense to y'all? It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I wanted to give y'all my thoughts. Like I said, if y'all want me to start doing this on the regular, I'll go ahead and pick up a subscription so that I can watch the wrestling as it happens. And I'll take notes and go over everything. But on Smackdown, it ain't much to tell you because it's mostly talking. As you can see here, I've been live for 37 minutes. They still on the first segment with the bloodline. We are 38 minutes into the show. Hope I don't get flagged. I'm showing it in slow motion and I'm changing between the 2 screens. I can't get up for another 20 minutes. I gotta sit here with the receiver. That's right there. See that white thing on top of the speaker? I gotta sit right there. And the phone in my hand is also attached to the sensor. And it's warming up. This is the old one. This was attached to me for 10.5 days. And then I got a new one on. See? I got it upside down. Sorry about that. Descom G7. But like I said, it allows me to see the readings. See? Live. And my doctors. See, it's updating. And my doctors. You can do 3 hours. You can do 6 hours. You can do 12 hours. And it shows you. That's the readings right there. You don't want to go over 200. And you can see we ain't nowhere near 200. Look at the graph. We ain't nowhere near 200. Right now we at 121. And I just ate. And we just ate some fruit. So alright y'all. This is Minister Brother Derek. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and start y'all day. The sun ain't came up yet. But I'm glad that I used my technology, that I was able to sit here and watch the wrestling with the lights on. And didn't have to look at this. But I could look at that. And that's viewable. That's viewable. Look at that color. Now, I had to be stuck looking at that if I didn't use my own technology. I used my own skills to figure out how to make that screen look like that, even with the lights on. It's that late? Oh, hold on. I can get up. Hold on a second. I can get up. I can get up, man. Time flying. How long we been live, for God's sake? Hey, girl. Let me put this plate in the kitchen. You just had some Salisbury steak. I washed the clothes I had on today. I don't know why. Now we can turn the light off. And y'all can see that beautiful picture. Look how bright that light is. Damn, that boy is bright. It is so bright. I told y'all we was going all black. All black. And we have. We've gone all black. There's the ceiling. Matter of fact, I got it zoomed out. Isn't that a view right there? Isn't that beautiful? That I can just look up. Look at the size of that screen. And then I can look straight. I can look up. Or I can look straight. Let me zoom it in. Paul Heyman, the Usos. Now I turned these two lights off, but we still got the light over the projector shooting up in the way. But is that viewable? Isn't that beautiful? See, they gave him that championship. But in reality, he should have gave one up. And they should have gave him that title. And the other two should have been just changed to those titles. But they want him to set the record. I don't know why he got to have both titles to set the record. They could have took one from him during the draft. But, you know, I'm not in charge. But anyway, this mess up over dark. Let me get out of here. Y'all have a great night. And thanks for watching. Trying to give y'all something to get up and listen to while y'all getting ready to go to work. Peace, everybody. I'm out. Thanks a lot.